In the latest issue of Open Minds magazine, which hits newsstands November 15th, Alejandro Rojas gives us an in-depth background surrounding ETs and religion. From early Native American Kachinas to the Vatican, it is a look at how the concept of extraterrestrial life has influenced the principles and philosophies of religion.
What I found really shocking was just how influential extraterrestrial life has been on religion. Every major religion has addressed the issue in one way or another. The Vatican has even had conferences on astrobiology. And then we've got these new religions popping up regarding extraterrestrials and based off of the whole phenomenon. So really, to me, it was an indicator of just how much this issue has permeated society.
Hybrid aliens, are they among us? Sean Castile interviews Whitley Strieber about his latest novel, Hybrids, and talks about the aftermath of Communion, his 1987 book that brought turmoil to him and his family. And less than a century ago, the thought of space travel was science fiction to most. Now, with several countries combining efforts for the International Space Station and China pursuing its own space program, Antonio Huneeus gives us an in-depth profile at the fathers of the space age. These three pioneers led the way to the final frontier.
So what I did in my article is not only profile their scientific rocket achievements, but also discuss some of their ideas about extraterrestrials. And it turned out that, for instance, the Russian Sikorsky had quite a bit to write about aliens. He even conceived whole networks of aliens. And the German Oberth was actually even an ufologist. In the 1950s, he became involved in the subject of ufology. He wrote one book in German, many articles, gave interviews, etc., where he basically said UFOs were real and probably of ET origin.
Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, all household names. But how is social media impacting modern ufology? With information that is just a click away, Jason McClellan shares the advantages of having instant access to so much information. This is a story you want to like.
Social media is extremely prevalent in today's digital world, and tools like YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter are extremely valuable tools and useful in sharing information and discovering information. And that holds true with information about UFOs and extraterrestrials. These social media tools have enabled people to easily discover and share any information about the topic, and it makes it easier than ever to actually interact with people doing the research in this field.
And this summer, ufology lost one of its most influential investigators. Bud Hopkins was not just a UFO investigator, he was an artist, an author, and so much more. Peter Robbins profiles this unique individual and shares his own personal memories. Also in this edition, profiles on hypnotherapist Yvonne Smith and James McDonald, a report on why the youth of today may not be the researchers of tomorrow, the Finland UFO phenomenon, and the UFO mysteries of Australia's Blue Mountains. With unexplained noises and unknown aircraft in the skies, what is really going on down under? All these stories, plus many more, are in the latest edition of Open Minds magazine on newsstands November 15th. Go to openminds.tv and click magazine. A one-year subscription is just $29.95, or you can view individual editions for just $6.50 per issue. That's openminds.tv for all the latest news in ufology.